For the last 15 years, I've read every business book, every leadership manual, every success formula that promised to unlock the secrets of high performance. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaches, masterminds, and seminars. But this book, this one right here, changed everything I thought I knew about leadership, success, and becoming the man I was called to be. Today, I'm going to tell you why. And if you're serious about real transformation, not just surface level motivation, you need to hear this. Before I dive into this, let me be clear about something. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not getting paid to promote this book. I'm sharing this because it fundamentally changed not just my life, but who I was to the core. I believe it could change yours too. I know it could change yours. See, most personal development, it's just very shallow. It's about tactics, techniques, do this, get that, follow these 7 steps, implement this framework. But real transformation, the kind that lasts, the kind that builds character, the kind that creates leadership people want to actually follow, that goes deeper than just tactics. It goes to the core of who you are, and it teaches you who you want to become. And that's what this book taught me. For years, I was obsessed with becoming a better leader, a better salesperson. I studied every business guru, every leadership expert, every successful CEO that I could find. I'm obsessed with this stuff. I learned about vision casting, team building, strategic planning, performance management, all the technical skills leadership has to offer, and a lot of that information I still use today. It was great, and I got the results. It helped me. It changed my life. I've built successful teams. I hit the revenue targets. I've grown my business, but something was missing. There was a hole, and I could feel it. I could lead people to achieve goals, but I couldn't inspire them to become better versions of themselves. I could manage performance, but I couldn't transform character. I was a manager pretending to be a leader. And then I discovered something that changed everything. Every principle I was trying to learn from modern business books was already written thousands of years ago. Integrity, servant leadership, vision, perseverance, humility, courage, wisdom. It's all in here. But here's what blew my mind. The Maxwell Leadership Bible doesn't just teach you leadership principles. It shows you how those principles are rooted in something eternal, something unshakable. This book changed my life. When your leadership is built on biblical principles, it's not just effective, it's transformational. Not just your business, but your soul. Let me tell you the difference between reading a business book and reading this book. A business book teaches you what to do. This book teaches you who to become. A business book gives you techniques that work until the market changes. This book gives you principles that have worked for thousands of years and will work for thousands more years. A business book helps you achieve your goals. This book helps you become worthy of your goals. Huge difference. See, what I learned, you can't lead others to a place you've never been yourself. And I'm not talking about business success. I'm talking about character development. If you want to lead with integrity, you have to become a person of integrity first. If you want to inspire others, you have to be inspired by something greater than yourself first. If you want to build something that lasts, you have to build it on a foundation that can't be shaken. It can't be broken. This book taught me that true leadership isn't about just getting people to follow you. It's about becoming someone worthy of following. And shout out to Steve Weatherford, a mentor of mine who's came down to our business, and he spoke at a couple of our seminars, and I've watched him for years in the NFL and now just living out a God-sized purpose, changing people's life. He's the person who told me about this book and gave me a training regimen that I needed to have to build a relationship with Jesus. And without him, man, I don't even know. There was a time where I was lost, and if he wouldn't have given me this book, I still would have been lost. So thank you, Steve. From the outside, it looked like I had it all together, but from the inside, I was calling out, and I prayed for a guy like you to come into my life and truly change it. And you gave me this book, and it changed everything for me. I want to get personal with you for a minute. Before I found this book, I was successful, but I was empty. I was achieving goals, but I wasn't growing as a person. Not like I wanted to. I knew that there was more. I was building a business, but not building it on the character that I felt was right. I just didn't know what to do. I thought leadership was about being the smartest or the strongest person in the room, or having all the answers and never showing any weaknesses or vulnerabilities. This book taught me that real leadership is about serving others, admitting when you're wrong, and having the courage to do what's right even when it's hard. I thought success was about accumulating wealth, power, recognition. That's what it was to me. That's what I thought. This book taught me that success is about becoming the person God created you to be, using your gifts to serve others. I thought strength was about never backing down. never compromising, never showing vulnerability. Man, was I wrong. This book taught me that real strength comes from humility. Every page of this book connects ancient wisdom to modern leadership challenges. It's not theoretical, it's practical. It's not outdated, it's timeless. When King Solomon writes about wisdom and leadership, John Maxwell shows you how to apply that wisdom in your boardroom. When Jesus teaches you about servant leadership, Maxwell shows you what that looks like in your organization. When Paul writes about perseverance through trials, Maxwell shows you how to lead your team through difficult seasons. Aren't we all gonna go through those? Don't you wanna know how Paul got through it, Jesus got through it, his disciples got through it? It's all in the book. But here's the deeper truth that most people miss. Leadership without character is just manipulation. That's the key. You can learn all the tactics in the world, but if you don't have character, you'll eventually be exposed. People will follow your position, but they won't follow you. This book taught me that character isn't built in the spotlight, it's built in the shadows. It's built in the moments when no one is watching, when there's no immediate reward, when doing the right thing costs you something. It might cost you everything. And here's what's beautiful about building your leadership on biblical principles. You're not just building a business or a career, you're building a legacy. You're becoming the kind of person your children would be proud to call their father. You're becoming the kind of leader your team will remember for the rest of their lives. You're becoming the kind of man who makes a difference that lasts beyond your lifetime. That's the most important thing you can do. That's what real personal development looks like. Real personal development. Not just changing your behavior, but transforming your heart. Now, I know some of you are thinking, Evan, I'm not religious. This isn't for me. Let me tell you something. You don't have to be religious to recognize truth. You don't have to be a Christian to benefit from principles that have created the greatest leaders in history. The wisdom in this book isn't just spiritual, it's practical. But here's what I've learned. When you align your leadership with principles that are bigger than yourself, something powerful happens. You stop leading from ego and you start leading from purpose. And that's where the strength really comes from. You stop trying to build your own kingdom and start building something that serves others. You stop asking, what's in it for me? And you start asking, how can I serve? And here's what's crazy. When you stop chasing success for yourself and start serving others, success just finds you. Money will rain on top of you, but it's a different kind of success. It's success of significance. It's achievement with meaning. It's wealth with purpose. I've read hundreds of business books. I've spent fortunes on personal development. I've learned from some of the most successful people in the world. But this book didn't just change my business, it changed my soul. My soul. It taught me that becoming a great leader isn't about learning new tactics, it's about becoming the right person. It taught me that true strength comes from serving others, not dominating them, not manipulating them. It taught me that real success is measured not by what you accumulate, but by who you become and who you are helping become better. That's the real success. If you're tired of surface level personal development, if you're ready for transformation that goes deeper than the techniques, deeper than the tactics, if you want to build something that lasts beyond your lifetime, start right here. This isn't a book about leadership. It's a blueprint for becoming the person who you were created to be. The greatest leaders in history all have one thing in common. They knew that leadership without character is just manipulation. They understood that you can't give what you don't have. They recognized that before you can lead others, you have to lead yourself. This book will teach you how to do both. It will challenge you, convict you, and change you. But most importantly, it will show you that the principles you need to become a great leader with aren't new. They're eternal. They've been tested by time, proven by history, and validated by the greatest leaders to ever live. If you're serious about becoming the leader that you were called to be, stop looking for shortcuts, start here. The greatest personal development book ever written isn't about personal development at all. It's about becoming who you're always meant to be. This is that book. All right, guys, you're the true 1%ers. You made it to the end of the video. Let's go. Like, comment, so we know who you are down below, and then share this video to somebody else who needs it. And also turn your notifications on, because we got the fire coming every single day. Amazing. We'll see you at the next video. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.